tranquility. Why isn't it starting? In here? What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is what? My name is who? My name is Tristan Sartoris. Happy to be here with you guys today. And I am in a fantastical mood. When am I not? But I gotta say, every time I get to come on here and play and be with you and hang out, I feel like I'm at my best. You know, like I'm just firing on all cylinders. I'm firing on all syllables. I'm firing in every syllabus. And I'm firing all of the syphilis. Actually, don't even know what syphilis is. I'm pretty sure it's not good. So get out of here, syphilis. Boo, 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 syphilis. Go. You don't belong here. You know, fire. Syphilis, you're fired. You know, unless we're working in a restaurant. Then, you know, like, oh, fire, mashed potatoes, fire, beans, go. Oh, syphilis, fire. Send that back. But I just feel like mentally and who I am so me on days that I get to come and do this. And I try to walk through the world with a certain unapologetic swagger. And by that, I mean chaos. And it's not judgment free, you know. I certainly hear it. Oh, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Stop saying that, man. But I hear it, but it bounces off me. And on days like this, I just feel like I'm amplified to the T, and I'm so stoked and always grateful that you guys want to come out here and hang with me as well. And furthermore, that feeling is what did they say? I feel like I'm in an even more heightened version of that because I just went to an improv class where the whole idea is basically to help you get out of your head and relax and bring that insanity to the surface, which is something that I do struggle with on stage. That's why I was taking the class. Shout out to Imposters Theater. The people were great. They were funny. They were silly. It's just a group of adult children where that judgment's not at bay and you can just let that roam. But yeah, I don't know why that is with the podcast behind a camera, commercials and voiceover or movie sets. If there's cameras, I'm fine. Perform it for the camera. Even if there's people around performing for the camera, I know what I'm doing. But the second you put me on a stage, I freeze up and I'm not really firing the way I want to be firing. So I was going there trying to work on that, and I freeze up. I'm like, I don't know how to supposed to. What does Tristan say? What does Tristan think? I mean, I'm supposed to be. You're an idiot. Wow, yes, you're right. You know, like I'm the worst version of myself on stage. So going there and finding that freedom to sort of slow down and relax has been very beneficial. And then people are, you know, the more you start showing yourself, they go, oh my gosh, you're so funny, Tristan. You have such a great sense of humor. And I go, oh, thank you for noticing. I mean, you too. They're like, hey, do you want to, you know, stay back after? We have snacks. I go, oh, no, thank you. I'm quite full of myself already. So it was really a very blessed time. Anytime you get to go and play and experience that. So I am totally me right now. You know what I'm saying? You ever wake up and you're like, dude, I'm me. I'm me today. I'm authentically me. Unapologetically me. Call me what you want. Boing. I'm me, dude. No stresses. There's no pressure from anything else or anyone else. I'm me. However, let me segue into my next point that I don't feel like I look like me. I know I spent the last episode giving a very warm and forgiving gesture offered out to the lady who cut my hair. Hello, my friend. I would like to rescind that warm, forgiving gesture. I dislike this haircut so much. It's not that it doesn't look good, okay? I understand that it looks great. It looks like $1 million and maybe $2, but I feel like I have more to offer. It has nothing to do with how it actually looks, right? Okay, whether it's long, short, or anywhere in between. I think my personality and how insane I am kind of transcends any sort of suaveness or put-togetherness that I will ever have to offer. That being said, I miss having to run my fingers through my hair and let it go somewhere. And it's so cold, and it's just... It's one of those things where you know, it's something's not right, you know? It's like if you shaved off one eyebrow. Yeah, they'll be pulling it off. But something wouldn't feel right for me. And I don't know. I don't know how to get around that, man. I really don't. So I'm not saying I wish ill will on this person. I'm not saying I wish for her business to crumble. I'm just saying that I wish I didn't get my hair cut this short, even though I didn't ask for it. Man, it's just tough. I'm trying to be more vulnerable with you guys. That's the truth. But I don't know. Do you start wearing hats? Do you start... That's it. There's no other escape for that. What am I going to put in, hair extensions? There's no other... I went to the comedy club the other night, and some lady spent 12 minutes talking about hair extensions, and there was no jokes, and everybody was... That was a quick side tangent. I'm still bummed with my hair, but we got to move on. But I thought it was one of the funniest things ever because... One, the whole crowd was going, what is she talking about? What's everything going? But it might be like a new form of comedy. I don't know if she was just going up there to vent, which is honestly what I'm doing here now. But it felt like it was building so much tension like Steve Martin would do. Like there's no actual, where's the breaking point? Where is this going? Surely there's a punchline. And she never got to it. One of the funniest sets ever. I was so glad to experience that. So point being, whatever I said it and I meant it. And what is going on in the world? That were my opening statements. You know, if I was giving the valedictorian speech, they go, well, what's he going to say? Like, I don't feel like I look like me today, but you know what? I'm glad we could all be here and throw our caps off our head and reveal the disgusting haircuts that we have. Technically, I was the valedictorian in high school, but I was homeschooled, so kind of a... by default. Man, I love the fall. I got to tell you, things are just so good right now. Football is on. The pies are in store. The candles, the crunch of a leaf. I know, dude, that I sound like such a caricature of a white woman. Like, oh my gosh, pumpkin picking and pumpkin spice lattes and the wings and the flannels. Like I get it. And valid point. Like I can't help it. Fall rocks, dude. It's so good. And there's candles and there's good food and there's good smells and the air, the temperature, everything is great about it. I love the fall. The frickin' Sorry, my chair broke. I'm back. What was I talking about? Fall. It's beautiful. Hey, who isn't a white woman, So what else is going on in the world, man? To go quickly into the sports section, only because this is kind of funny, in that the Browns are so bad that a couple beat reporters, I don't know what you call them, journalists, general coverers of the Browns, okay, they have a radio show, they are hiring legitimate witches and warlocks to try and banish the curse of the Cleveland Browns. They are so bad that people, and these are like older gentlemen, like stuck in their ways. Surely witches aren't real. If that's like, oh dude, that's such a boomer thing to say, man. You don't believe in magic? They have resorted to such like, I think there might actually be a curse. I don't want to believe in curses, but I think there might be. If there is a curse, just a single curse, if the world could have it, like, I don't believe in curses, but if the world allowed one curse to exist in the world, I believe that it has befallen the Cleveland Browns. So they are trying to actively rid it. I don't know what the extent of that is. Alakazam, go gadget, freaking banish. So I'm really excited to see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated with that, but I just wanted to let you know that there was a lot of magic being cast in Cleveland right now, and it's really cool. It's really cool when things are so bad that we have to resort to extreme measures, and we don't really resort to magic enough. Like you could be like, oh, maybe we should hire somebody else or get a new coach or new players. I don't know what step you go, okay, magic. But I wish we resorted to it a little bit faster. Like car problems. You're like, oh, flat tire, freaking magic. I wish there was just more instances where we could turn to that. I would love, dude, maybe for the Halloween special, I wonder if I could hire a witch or a warlock to come here and cast some magic on what? I don't know. Maybe that I won't screw up the sound effects or my notes or, God forbid I finish this episode and there's no audio again. I'm going to try and resort to magic more often. I think that is going to be my goal, especially coming to the new year. I'm going to be casting more magic. My life's going to go downhill so fast. No, my life rules, guys. Don't cast magic. But I tell you what is magic. Love. Oh, what a segue. I have a tale from the dollar store. I was in the Dollar Tree the other day, and I walk in and I'm trying to figure out why these energy drinks are 90% off in the dollar store already. You know, like anytime something's like it's already so cheap, and they're like, we don't. I feel guilty even selling it for a sole dollar. So I'm trying to like something going on here. And at this moment, I see an elbow just jam into the door and pry it open. And in walks a behemoth of a man. Okay, and to paint you the picture of this guy, I want to say he's 6'5", wearing Crocs, short shorts, and a crop top tee. But that's not it, man. The real eye catcher was two freaking wrist braces for like when you I don't know if he fell off his skateboard, but he's wearing two. They're not cast, but like just the hard cover sleeves. Okay. And he walks in holding his arms up and he goes, Tessa! As loud as anyone has ever said any word ever, just launching his voice into the store. At this point, I see people roll their eyes. It's 8 a.m. I don't have time to deal with stuff like this. I think a couple of them left. And I heard a store employee say to another employee, it's John. Oh my gosh, John is back. Why is he back? He's back again. I forget the energy drinks. Who cares about a deal? Who cares about caffeine? What is your story? So I look up, even if I wasn't interested in chaotic people. The guy screamed at the top of his lungs at 8 a.m. at a Dollar Tree. How could you not? So we lock eyes, and he walks up to me and he goes, have you seen Tessa? And I go, I don't know who that is. He goes, oh, well, I got to bring her this licorice. And he's holding it like very gently, like it's a dying animal. He's like, I got to bring her this licorice. I go, oh, is it like emergency licorice or something? And at that point, the other employee interrupts and says, John, you can't keep coming into the store. And he goes, my baby needs her candies. And then they go, no, she doesn't. You're interrupting her work. We have plenty of candy here. You have to stop. And he goes, and then I'm like, holy crap, what is going on? He says, dude, do you have a girl? And I said, no, I don't. He's like, dude, it's very important when you're in a relationship, you gotta bring them candy. They love it. And I'm kind of like looking over at the employees and they're like, no, we don't, stop. So I'm like, oh, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. So he begins to walk back through the store looking for some mysterious woman named Tessa. And yes, I should have just grabbed my energy drink and left. Okay. And I don't know if you can call what I did eavesdropping. But I definitely followed him with the intent of listening in on the rest of his conversation. And if that's spying, then bravinage. So I follow him to the back aisle, and he is talking to this older woman. For reference, he's probably 25, 30. He's like my age. And this woman is in her 50s. I assume maybe it's his mom or something. And then he kisses her on the lips, and I realize this must be Tessa. So he gives her the snacks and gives her the food, and she's like, you have to stop coming here. He's like, no, trust me, you need the snacks. And I don't know why he didn't buy them at the store. And the best part was that he sees me like following him through I wasn't like that. I was just walking back to the store. It's not that big of a place. And he's like, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Like, the snacks makes a difference. Like, as if when he bestowed upon me this sweet relationship wisdom that I was going to go, yeah, dude, it's freaking the key. And that's what I said. She's like, this guy, like, doesn't it help? And I was like, that's what they say. It helps a lot. He's like, see, I gotta get you your snacks. She's like, you're sweet. Thank you. He's like, all right, I'll be back later. So he walks away. We both go. And that's how I got some sweet romantic advice from some guy named John and his beautiful girl, Tessa. So happy to be in the Dollar Tree. It's important. An interesting couple. Who am I to judge? Okay, I'm just lucky that I got some free advice from the poor chap, and I know it's not Valentine's Day, but if anybody is struggling, I guess, with their women, bring them some candy at work and disturb the rest of their day, no matter if they think it's inconvenient for them. Trust me, they'll appreciate it. I don't know, though. I actually didn't see him on the following 2 days since. So I hope it's working out for good Johnny boy. And I think it's good advice in theory. Maybe you just probably shouldn't scream. I have no idea. It's not fair for me to really engage and say what's true or what's right. But I was happy to get it's nice when anybody's like, hey, dude, this is the secret to life, man. You go, thank you. What's your story? Who are we to judge, right? I think at the bottom line is that all human beings, we long for any sort of connection. That's who we are, whether it's relationships or friends or any sort of bonding. No man is an island, right? That's not how we're built. I mean, look, freaking page 3 of the Bible. We had to make a second person, The Lord made the heavens and the earth and all of its beauty and wonder, and 4 seconds into existence, Adam is like, so is it just going to be me or... Because we long for that sort of connection. I imagine God felt a little slighted, I mean, how could you not? You just make everything. And you're like, dude, freaking, yeah. And he's just like, I'd be a little upset, okay? Like, I'm sorry, what are you bored? Is that what that is? What? No, me, I'm just like, maybe you could have a little bit more fun if there was another person. I would have had beef with Adam, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, well, we're not really supposed to be having fun, supposed to be naming things, which you're doing just a bang-up job at, by the way. I saw what you did with the oranges. Yeah, well, because they're orange. Right, I got it, Adam, thank you. But he convinced him. He said, Lord, let me have a friend. I wonder how that came to be. He was lonely, literally, at the freaking beginning of time. Okay, God was like, you know what? All right, we'll talk about getting some more people. How about we just get through this last group? Okay, spent a lot of time on these. You're going to like these ones. Okay, so give them this long trunk of a snout, and they eat ants. So just take your time on that one, and we'll get back. Anteaters. I'm sorry, what? You said they eat ants, so anteaters? Right. You know what? Maybe it would be good to have another voice around here. Okay? Yes. And if it's not too much trouble or nothing, if you could make her a babe or, And then Adam befalls a deep sleep, and we don't know how this happens, but there are some theories. I'll say this: melatonin didn't exist yet, so. And also, I kind of feel like there were some hard feelings, because God could have made Eve just fresh again he breathed life into the nostrils of Adam. He could have just made another person, yet for some reason he's like, you know what, give me the freaking rib, and another person, and it's probably a little jarring. You ask for a friend and they take your rib. So Adam befalls a deep sleep, and he wakes right back up just like, what? And God's like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't have enough time to make one from scratch. Spent a lot of time on those anteaters. Okay. Oh, right. Sup? I'm Adam. Nice rib. And that's life. That's how existence became, because we were lonely. We needed people. We needed, somebody. Do you want some Twizzlers? We needed somebody to bond with, somebody to, share our life with, guys. I don't know. This is a bit of a shorter episode. I know I started off being so hot about how cool I am and all, but I do have some extra things I gotta get to. Some extra, very exciting things that may or may not have been born out of the improv class. But anyways, guys, very excited, very exciting times. Halloween is coming up. I feel like I still want to hop on a roller coaster. All right, I'll get into it more, and I've already talked about it at length, but I'll do it even lengthier. That Halloween, everyone talks about the ghosts and the ghouls and the goblins and the zombies and the vampires and everything in between, but I think it could be a real cool spin on Halloween if we all just start facing our fears. What are you scared of? Maybe it is being on stage. Maybe it is small spaces. Maybe it is, trying to give licorice to a pretty 85-year-old and, trying to win her over even when all of her employees hate you. But for me, roller coasters scare the living crap out of me. They scare the living life out of me. They scare the life. I feel like I'm dying. All right. Is that like, why do I don't even need living crap, just the living live. Okay. It's scaring the live out of me. But I feel like I need to challenge that. I need to conquer that. And what better time than Halloween, than Halloween weekends, perhaps at Cedar Point. And I don't know. Give me a freaking spooky time. And I don't want to go alone. But I also don't want to go with anybody who's scared. But I also don't want to go with anybody who's like a pro who's going to look down on me and be like, dude, you freaking idiot. And I don't want anyone to be scared with me. So I don't have to be like, no, we're going to get through it together. Like, don't make me have a brave face. Don't make me perform. I'm just trying to get through this on my own. Okay. So maybe I do need to go alone. I have no idea. But either way, guys, I hope you are spending your Halloween conquering some scary things, having lots of fun, and banishing curses. Get yourself a nice witch or a warlock, no matter what you're facing. Guys, magic is fun, and you can do it for a fee. Guys, thank you so much. This has been Full Circus. I love you to pieces. Happy fall. And just remember that it is Friday, and we are just a single week away from the next Friday. I'll see you then. Bye.